We are excited as Gudie Leisure Farm and our partners to announce that we shall be having an aquaculture cottage industry symposium on Monday, 3rd of November, 2025. This is one of those symposia that we run, and our main purpose is to have a strategic gathering of actors in the fish value chain, including business leaders, young entrepreneurs, potential investors, private sector development organizations, research organizations, and policymakers to explore and identify critical interventions, best practices, and strategic partnerships that must be exploited in order to take full advantage of current and emerging positive trends that confirm the feasibility of building a vibrant fish and aquaculture value chain in Uganda. When we think about aquaculture and the reason we ensure that we organize a symposium, we want to make sure that we present a case for increased investment in the value chain. We want entrepreneurs to be empowered with strategic insights on emerging opportunities and knowledge on how successfully they can navigate the business environment and secure high returns on their investment. Celebrate youth entrepreneurs, foster linkages with strategic ecosystem actors. The global market is destined to increase in value of up to $1 trillion by the year 2034. And when you think of who is going to be supplying that fish, countries like Uganda should position themselves to be part of that global market. Why? Because we have all the conditions that are favorable for us to lead in that sector. And our national development plan is also very clear, positioning agriculture among the drivers of our Vision 2040. When you look at the population, looking at Africa alone, we have over 1.5 billion people. But if we choose to look just at the region, we have a population of over 300 million. And within this population, and especially with the fact that many people want to be healthy, want to feed healthy, and fish is one of the health foods, we have the market. And therefore, our job is to ensure that we organize this value chain so that everyone along the value chain is able to make profit and enjoy the value chain. As Gudie Leisure Farm, we have been in this for the last 16 years. We have had the privilege of working with young people in all the sub-regions of this country. We have a network of 120,000 young people who are involved in the aquaculture value chain. We believe we have a part to play in this aquaculture value chain development for our youth, but also for our country. And we believe that once the capacity of the youth and other actors is built, they'll be able to take full advantage of the lucrative opportunities this sector provides.
I'm called Dr. Cassius Aroho. I work with National Fisheries Resources Research Institute. This is one of the institutes of NARO, National Agriculture Research Organization. So National Fisheries Resources Research Institute is responsible for research in fish. We generate technologies demand-driven technologies, and then we disseminate the products of the technologies to farmers. NARO recognizes that sustained investment in research and development is critical to strengthening the fish value chain and improving the private sector as well as the country's competitiveness. The policy, the fisheries and aquaculture policy is very clear. We plan to produce close to 1.7 million metric tons of fish, but we recognize the fact that the potential of our water bodies from the lakes, fish from the lakes, can only add up to 700 metric tons of fish. And right now we are producing almost 500,000 or close to 500 from the lakes. That's what they are capturing from the lakes. So from aquaculture, we estimate a production of almost 130,000 metric tons of fish. So you can see when you add up, you come to something like 500 or 630 metric tons. So you see the difference is big. If you are targeting 1.7 million or 1,700,000 metric tons, and you can only produce between 530,000 or 630,000, the deficit is quite big. With our lakes, the potential production cannot exceed 700,000 metric tons. We haven't reached there, but we believe with good practices, management practices on our lakes, then we can reach that maximum yield of fish from the lake. So we have an entire 1 million that the policy is targeting from aquaculture development. So we produce only 130 from aquaculture. So the difference is almost 870. So we still have a long way to go. If we are to feed a population of close to 50 million, then we need to put in a lot of effort. And this is key because it comes along with a lot of opportunities. If you target 1 million metric tons from aquaculture, then you look at different along the value chain. You look at seed production, hatchery production. How much do we need to meet that target? We need almost 2.5 billion seedlings, fish fingerlings, if you have to meet that target. The feed, we need 1.5 million metric tons of feed. Apparently now we are consuming only 150,000 in that industry to produce 130,000 metric tons of fish. So imagine we are there. This industry, as it grows, it focuses on employing not less than 5 million people if we are at that mark. And these estimates are done based on the consumption levels worldwide.
So there are certainly noteworthy income generating opportunities for the young people, for the young entrepreneurs that are in the aquaculture value chain. So the platforms like Gudie Leisure Farm, incubation centers, and the Aquaculture Cottage Symposium really bring together the important eye openers, especially for youth, which will unveil the money making opportunities across all the value chain levels. And this also allows us to bring into focus the issues that affect the ability to gain from it. So we are therefore looking forward to discussions that will be brought together by the leaders and the experts, and sharing the perspectives on how we, the youth, can navigate the challenges, and then to build a very successful enterprises in the aquaculture value chain.